So just saying hello and welcoming everyone into this sacred space that we create together. I can see that there are two people already on the call, so thank you for being here. Helena, wonderful to be in this space with you. I know you were planning to do a meditation, so I hope this serves the perfect purpose for that which you wish to receive from the universe and from the divine today. And everyone else who is here, just welcoming you into this space too. It's really good to be here with you. It's Julia from Transmissions of Light, and I'm here for our monthly live channeling session here on YouTube with the beings of Absolute Light, just to be in this space together and see what they wish to bring through for the collective at this time. And different to the weekly messages which I've been recording, which are read. I read the written transcription. They give me the message in advance. These are just channeled live through me as I go into the 0 point energy and just be in that space and be there to receive what the divine wishes to transmit through the channel. Yeah, well, with no further ado, let's just get going. Maybe some other people will hop on as we go forward. And if there's anyone you feel this would resonate with or speak to, do feel free to share it with them, either now during the live stream or after it has finished. And let's see what the beings of Absolute Light have to bring through for us today. So inviting everyone just to relax. And feel free to either sit down or lie down as you please, to have your eyes closed or open. Whatever feels just right for you in the moment. And just taking time to connect to your breath. As the first energy that we receive today is that of the ascended Gaia, bringing in the frequencies of new earth. And also bringing in her green crystalline energy to support us in healing. And her healing codes. She says there is lots of fear on the planet at this time. And because we are such empathic beings, those in the way shower and light worker community, we pick up and even to a certain degree internalize some of that. Even when we're not necessarily feeling it for ourselves. So she just wants to clear some of that for us. And also bringing in her ascended energy, just to support us in being very connected to the core, the center of our being, at the point where we are one with Source. She wishes to give us the gift of remembering this now. And she says she just wants to create a space where we can be in stillness and quietness, and just receive the healing energy that she has to share for us at this time. Just expressing the love that she, Gaia, has for us, and the tremendous peace and the love and the very light filled joy, she says, that she feels emanating from us as we walk upon her back. And she feels this to be a true blessing to herself as well as to our own kind. And wishes us to thank us for being, she's calling us peaceful warriors, truly grounded in the energy of creating co-collaborative communities, grassroots communities, creating change in the world, in some cases, she says. In others, walking as the presence of love in the lives of those who have very little love from other sources. Others shining their light in extremely visible ways, she says. Others doing it much more quietly, but doing a wonderful and a deeply purpose-driven and purpose-filled job of releasing their ancestral lines, karmic patterns, and their own emotional baggage and trauma. All of these things weaving together in beautiful ways, she says. To support the ascension timeline of humanity at this time. And the crystals and stones and rocks by which I mean the literal physical rocks. I know rocks is often a word that is used in place of crystals. No, Gaia is referring to actual rocks. And she says they are now coming into the space to support us with their high frequency codes and their very grounded nature. It's so important to be grounded in our physical bodies at this time, they wish us to know. Because we are integrating so many light codes of very high frequency. And it can be very unsettling for the physical body. As it's being asked to perform multiple tasks, actually, she says, that it's not been required to do before as we integrate this plasma light from the central galactic sun. And just grounding this energy into our ascension columns now. Supporting us in up-leveling to the next stage of each individual's ascension process. And then golden source light coming in from above, blessing us with a shower of golden light. and the archangels as a collective, as a group, coming in for us now, now, now. Just clearing debris from our energetic fields. We are being supported in releasing some of that ancestral karmic patterns, the ancestral kind of debt to the universe. They are phrasing it as we simply sit, open hearts, with a willingness to receive all that serves our greatest and highest good at this time. And opening up the path before us, so that we may more easily align with the highest path of self at this time. And activating a sense of Buddha consciousness within our hearts to a greater degree. This will support us in that presence of light, of calm, of serenity within a rapidly transforming world. We are not to resist the changes, but to both trust and to put our vision on them unfolding in alignment with and coming into the highest alignment with what Gaia would desire for her highest timeline and the highest timeline of humanity at this time. And as we just remain in the Gaia energy, oops, sorry, just knocking my microphone over. There are some animal messages that we have coming through. They're actually just reminding me of first that I saw some deer on my way home from work. A group of 5 deer, in fact, yesterday, beautiful beings, a family, very obviously a family with some younger deer and then some adults. I assume a mother and a father, perhaps a mother and a sister, or a father and a brother looking after the young. And then my friend Helena, who is also on the call today, thank you. I see Kirsten, you're here as well, thank you. And thank you also to the others who are here, has just sent me a photo of kangaroos in in her garden. Isn't that amazing? Kangaroos in the garden. And again, like a family, like several. Actually, I don't know if kangaroos go around in families because I have no idea anything about kangaroos. But so the first message that is coming through from both those images that they have just presented within my third eye is that we here make a soul family. We are the soul family that come together in this way to uplift and support each other. And it's important that you are here to be on the receiving end, as it is that I am here to share the messages, they say, because the messages I can only derive their full impact when they are heard by others. And so they wish to thank you for your presence here. And I too wish to thank you for your presence here and your support of this work. So thank you. Hope it's of great service to you. And they are saying that, you know, as light workers and way showers, we are in many cases placed in very diverse destinations. We may not have a local community around us who are interested to the same extent that we are in aligning with the Ascension timeline and the Ascension path, or our soul's highest timeline. And they wish us to remember at all times that we are not alone, and that we do have these kind of virtual spaces where we can come together and just be in the presence of love, the love that we hold for each other and that we hold for humanity as a collective, as well as the love that Gaia, as she has shared with us today, and the archangels and the other light beings, and of course divine source, hold for humanity as a whole, and just allowing ourselves to be in the receiving of that as we join in sacred community. So it's the first message they wish to share. And then I was drawn to the image of not actually featured in the photo, I don't think, but you know, a baby kangaroo in a pouch. And they say we are like those little baby kangaroos that are being very securely held at this time in the pouch of the universe. So when a kangaroo is jumping around wildly, if the baby kangaroo wasn't centered in that pouch and very secure there, it could kind of feel terrifying to be in that rebounding, almost a sense of chaotic energy. And that's exactly the energy that is unfolding in the earth plane at this time, they say, and will they foresee continue to unfold for some time. And they wish us to remember that we are very securely held in that pouch of the cosmos, and various star beings from other planets, and the archangels and other higher dimensional beings, all just really shining their love into the earth at this time and streaming their light codes into Gaia to support us. And so they wish us to ground very firmly into this knowing that we are held and we are supported, and we do not need to do this alone. We do need to play our part. We do need to follow our guidance. They want us to be very active about that, more active than we have ever been up to this point, they say, in acting on the guidance that we receive, but to also know that we do not need to do it alone, and that there is great support here for us. And so they wish us to derive greater resilience and greater strength from that, and to not waver in the direction where we are putting our focus and our vision for what we want to see unfold in Gaia, or on Gaia, I guess, going forward from this point. And the energy is all aligning to create great transformation, great change. But we do need to be the ones to put some effort into bringing that through in physical. They're saying this is not an effort, it's more like a just being in that centered presence that we just came into at the start of our time together, so that we are open to receive the messages that our guidance is bringing in for us, and then taking the concrete actions that are required of us, so that we can start to build these new earth communities. And then the deer are just saying that, yes, they want us to be like they are, to be very one fleeting of feet. That means following our guidance quickly, they say, without hesitation or self-doubt. Far too many of the Weisho and Lightworker community still doubt their ability to heal, to channel, to transmit messages, to do it correctly. They say that the desire to be of service is of far higher import than whether you think you can do it right or not, because you kind of don't need to do it right. You do need to be in that space of receiving what is coming through you. But if you truly are in that space, then it is the higher dimensional beings and the divine energy that is flowing through you. So it's not so much about you getting something right, it's more about being open for that to flow through. So they just wish to remind us of that. And then deer are very often connected with intuition. That's the next thing they wish to remind us, is to just take time to connect in with our bodies, to see what our bodies are needing at this time, what drinks, what foods can perhaps support them, to share the things that are supporting us with that wider Weishoa and Lightworker community. If there is something that's really helping us to, integrate the light codes that are coming in from Central Galactic Sun with more ease and more grace, they do encourage us just to share with others, so that we can really build each other up as a community in that way as well, offering tips that help us support ourselves physically as well. And then also, just they say, taking time to come into that place where we best receive our intuitive messages each day. And for some that might be running, for others it might be getting deeply involved in some kind of meditation or a song, or others it might mean sitting in silence rather than a guided meditation. It's all different ways, and they are all okay, they say, but they do want us to be putting an emphasis on truly creating time for that in our schedules. However busy we might think we are, only requires, optimally, they say, you would want to be spending 20 minutes a day, but even 5 to 10 is better than not doing anything at all. So that is the messages that the animal beings of the new earth energy would like to communicate with us today. And then let's just see what other higher dimensional beings would like to communicate with us. As first, the Andromedan energy is coming in very strongly. And also Arcturian, Palladian, and Syrian energies. Just working with our physical, emotional, and mental bodies to really upgrade them and support us in coming into a higher frequency within our cellular structures at this time, you see. And they do wish to share some messages with us as a collective. Beloved sisters, brothers, humans in Earth plane, so much gracious joy arises in our hearts as we see the growing of you as a collective now, Now into more of the divine truth that are here to know self as. Open hearts visible now after so many centuries of being closed. Humanity is awakening at this time. Much being revealed to you about the sacred truth that you are in essence, how to create a world in alignment with divine. Much that we would wish to share with you, but to gather all of this into few short bullet points. Be true to self first. Do not waver from soul's path because those around you would doubt or ridicule you. Not any of your business what they choose to do with their life, same way not their business how you choose to live your life between you and your soul. Your soul knows what you have came here for at this time. Connect to soul, make time to listen to what soul wishes to share with you. Will be shown clearly from now what you need to both align with and release to truly step into new earth timeline in your own personal reality now. Available for all now, but need to choose it and do the work to align with this by releasing the density within self. Where are you trapped in resentment, fear, hatred, unforgiveness, grievances, grief? Where are you repeating old patterns rather than aligning with new possibility now opening up for you? Take focus off old, put focus on that which desire to co-create with the divine source within you. Heart-led creations, dear ones, are the energy of this time. Collaboration, sacred returning to wisdom. Ancients have held as keepers for you. Blending this with innovative new technologies that will unfold to support humanity in her ascension. Now. We believe you can do this. Process many of you have been active part in on other planets. Why you chose to come here? You chose to serve Gaia at this very sacred time in collective timeline for Gaia plus humanity now. Sharing our galactic light code with you now. And just giving a few moments for that energy to integrate. And last, the mountains of the ascended new earth would like to come through for us. First, bringing through a powerful release and clearing activation on our behalf. And then asking us to root deeply into the truer energy of self that we discover beneath all those very human layers, they say. Not being afraid to peel off those human layers now. They say they may have protected us so far. And they may have been convenient identities that have helped us function well in the society that we are living in. And certainly have been a way for us to identify with self as an expression of a particular essence or a particular energy in the world. Even those very supportive even to our ascension timeline as we go into the details of what star family we belong to, or even such things as feeling the Lemuria or the Atlantis energy as being very strongly activated within us. They're saying it's like it's a reset now. We can literally just let all the identities go. It's just very simply about being who we are present in this moment, in this lifetime. And of course, still drawing on the energies and the gifts that we have from other lifetimes that we have lived, whether here or on different planets. Not becoming too attached to those truly is an opportunity to completely start with a fresh white piece of paper, like a blank slate, and to start anew. That is what the energy is opening up for us now. They say the availability of that for each of us. And that includes you. They say even if you think you have done something so non-permissible or undesirable, whether in this lifetime or another, you don't think the slate can be wiped clean for you, or perhaps for one of your loved ones. That is not true, they say. This time is part of what this time is about. It's being able to make a completely new, fresh start. So if you have loved ones, family, friends that have been on a path, a difficult path of crime or trauma or addiction, they say the energies are really aligning now to allow for them to step into a different timeline, like a different version of self. Of course, you don't want to push anything on them forcefully, but there are ways you can gently show that there are other ways to live, other opportunities available to them, other options. Just kind of opening the door a chink, and then they get to choose whether they wish to follow on that different timeline or to stay on the one that they have been on. people's guide teams are very present now, they say, even those who have not really as such been on such a spiritual path. And they may not conceive of that as a guide team, even if they haven't been on this path in particular. May just feel like a knowing that they have to change something, that something isn't working, that something isn't right. Or it could feel like a terrible, like lethargy, like almost like an ennui, except for I think that has a positive tendency to it perhaps, but with life and with what their life is, and not seeing any inspiration or desire for the new morning to rise, or and also for those who are stuck in a very dark place of prolonged illness or depression. Whether they are able to hear them or not, there is a great deal of support for all humans choosing to remain alive at this time, they say. And that our guide teams are forming the right connections. So they may pit you with people that you can serve, or those that can serve and support and help you. In rising into the next highest level of your own ascension timeline and service work. You may find yourself placed in front of particular others who just need that kind smile or that loving word that only you can give to them, because you are open enough in your heart to receive what your guidance is asking you to express. Whereas perhaps the other people who habitually are around this particular individual that is placed in front of you, or the individuals, perhaps they're not open enough to receive those messages. So it might feel like such a small thing that you are doing, but it can be exceptionally change-making and transformative in individuals' lives, they say. And so they wish to just, at the end, remind us of the importance of each human life and of the great solidarity and impact that you have in your presence in the world. They're like showing me this huge mountain, and each one of us who is grounding into the light codes coming into the planet at this time, and being as much as we are able the expression of our soul expressing through us. We are like those very stable and solid mountains that are a beacon of hope for people, the people around us. Whether they understand that or not, they feel drawn to the safety and the sense of like personal security within a changing world, because we are connected to our core, and we are not deriving our security from that changing world, but from that knowing of the core essence of who we are. And they're also drawn to our love, the love that we embody for the earth, for animals, for humanity, they say. And so they wish you to start to conceive of yourself as creating positive impact in the world already, and to set the intention each day to do more of this, to be of service in the ways that you can, and to be shown very defined and clear ways who it is that your guides would have you serve that day. They do just wish to finish with some closing activations, they say. And they thank you for your presence on the planet at this time and for being here on this channel today. I just wish to repeat those sentiments. I too thank you. Thank you for being here now and for just sharing in this energy that we co-create together, whether you're here live or listening later on replay. And also to thank you for all the love and the truth and the honor for others and for the earth and for the animals and the light that you are the embodiment of. I truly hope that the messages and the activations that have been shared today have been of service to you. And look forward to coming together with you again. I will continue to read the weekly messages once a week, and then we will have another time to come together in the sacred space of the Lightwork community that we are in another month. So thanking you all so much for being here, for your comments, for the love that you share. Thank you, Child of Gaia. Thank you, Pollard Designs. Thank you, Kirsten Waldron. And looking forward to coming together again with you soon. With much love from my heart to yours. Judah Grief from Transmissions of Light with the Beings of Absolute Light.